Hello, it's Allie, and I'm playing the game Sunless Sea. I got it a little while ago. I don't remember when exactly, but I haven't played it yet. So I saw a little bit of it on YouTube, but not very much, so I don't even really know what I'm supposed to be doing exactly, but let's go back and we'll start a new game. That's obviously the first thing I need. The Trader Express is more properly referred to as Her Enduring Majesty. Yeah, I turned the volume way down in the game, so hopefully my voice will actually be able to be heard. Taking a while to load. There we go. Captain's Making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersee. Choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. A past wreathed in shadows. Decide later. If you just want to go out to Z immediately, choose this. Opportunities to revisit your past will arrive later. Let's go ahead and choose a past. 3 decades ago. Oh, that's already read that. So you now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the Untersee. But who were you before? A street urchin? Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. That last big score was enough to buy a ship. This will give you a bonus to veils, the skill of subtlety and evasion. A poet. Educated and articulate, you seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. This will give you a bonus to pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. Veteran of the campaign of '68. You fought in the invasion of hell. London's armies lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have bought you a command. This will give you a bonus to iron, the skill of causing direct damage. An ordained priest. You fell from grace. There is nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at Z you can overcome your appetites. This will give you a bonus to hearts, the skill of healing and morale. A natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the Neath, the cavern where London lies, and now they take you out to Z. This will give you a bonus to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception. That one sounds interesting. Let's try that one. Philosopher. Okay, your acquaintance, the plausible surgeon, will serve as ship's doctor until you find someone better. Talk to him to find out why he went to Z. You get 25 mirrors. New total is 50. You now have 1 plausible surgeon. You've gained 20 echo. New total 70. You were a natural philosopher. Now you're a Z captain. You're a stranger. Quality has gone. Welcome to the world. Continue. What does winning mean to you? Your father's bones. Your father was lost at sea. You never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tales. Learn all you can of the sea. Write a masterpiece. Retire. Wealth. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family perhaps. A private kingdom. Establish a colony where you are absolute ruler. A utopia perhaps. Perhaps. You can't choose this now, but you may find an opportunity to switch to it later in game. Okay, let's do fulfillment. Whenever you return to fall in London, you have the option of retiring, but you'll need to write your masterwork first. An occurrence, your objective ambition. Quality is now become London's most venerated explorer. So I want to become London's most venerated explorer. Continue. A last scrap of paperwork. Captain, an irregularity with the harbor master's office. They wish to know what term of address do you prefer ashore. This will determine what people call your captain, but your captain's gender is up to you. Madam, more Z captains choose this than you might expect. Sir, citizen, a term of address popular among those of egalitarian sentiments. My lord, perhaps you really do come from a noble family, who's to know? My lady, perhaps you really do come from a noble family, who's to know? Captain will do perfectly well ashore as well as at sea. Thank you. Captain, my lady, my lord, citizen, sir, and madam. Let's go with my lady. A pleasure to welcome you on board, my lady. A last piece of advice. Explore. Take chances. This captain will probably die. The Z is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. Who are you? An occurrence. Your addressed as quality is now my lady. Choose a name. Okay. A lot of these are very interesting looking. I like this one. Fall in London. Deep, dark, and marvelous. All voyage start here. And this, all voyages, there's an S there, start here. And this is where successful voyages end. London, she's the greatest city on the undersea. Your lodgings. Here you may catch up with your correspondence, rest or retire altogether from seafaring life. Advice for captains, much lamented. M. Demoe found a watery grave long, long ago. Probably your end will be no better, but if you read this book, of invaluable advice, your chances will improve. On endings and beginnings. Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you'll learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware. The layout of the undersea changes with each new captain, but home waters are stable, and islands will only move so far. On exploration. Exploration is the heart of the game. Risk brings reward. Staying close to London is safe, but eventually you'll run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes. On mercy. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played. One autosave, updated whenever you reach port, and wiped on death. If you're getting frustrated or want a more leisurely exploration, you can switch to merciful mode. On machines, your prow lamp dispels darkness, reduces terror, allows you to find Z marks. Your engines, of course, drive the ship forward into the night. On finding places to explore, use your Z-Bat Scout. Technically, it's a chiropteroscope, but we're among friends here. On fighting, when your enemy is in the arc of your guns, you'll see the firing solution. The glow around the fire buttons increase. When it's complete, let them have it. You can fire earlier if you like, but you may miss. Larger ships may have access to different gun slots. On stories, when you put into port, you can generally explore and exhaust the story options until your next visit. On terror. Terror increases gradually over time while you're out at sea, away from land. Watch the skull. When you see orange or red pips, terror will bump up if you spend much longer in the frightening place. Many events will increase it too. On news stories. We'll add new stories to the game from time to time. You can download them from the main menu. Sell this book. You're a veteran captain and require no more advice? Very well then. I'll just click this one. Saving or loading manual will permanently switch your character to merciful mode. This will remove the Invictus token. Completing a game with the Invictus token intact is a badge of honor. Okay. Lodgings. You may catch up with your correspondence, rest, or retire altogether from seafaring life. The better your lodgings, the better the quality of your retirement, naturally. Read the morning papers. The Unexurbrated Gazette, the magazine formerly known as the London Magazine, the Spiteful Trumpeter, News. Study is locked. Rest in a room above the blind helmsman, that's locked. Purchase an elegant townhouse, locked. Consider retirement from seafaring life, locked. Back to the rest of the city, or you could click the London card on the right. She's the greatest city on the undersea, and don't you forget it. Visit the Admiralty's survey office. They'll pay for information from Z captains, find out what and how. Visit the university, locked. Carouse in Wolfstack docks, locked. Hire on more crew. Sensible sailors are looking for a safe run to the tomb colonies, or at least a sane run to the southern archipelago. You'll need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils, a low-risk challenge. Put your ship in dry dock for repairs or sometimes other purposes. Offer passage to a tomb colonist. An emigrant will pay to be taken north to Vanderbite. A new recruit who awaits your attention. Locked. What is hold? Oh, that. Engines, deck. 10 fuel, 5 supplies. Echo, Invictus token, and advice for captains. Journal. Your journal. Objectives and story progress are on the right-hand side. Mouse over an icon or click on the category heading to see details. Mariner. You know something of the undersea. Memoirs. Objective. Miscellaneous. Almost safe. Officers. Left click and drag to assign officers or right click to speak to them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. Comatose ferret. Mostly it's immobile, occasionally it's feral. Plausible surgeon. He probably won't saw the wrong limb off. I need a first officer, a cook, a chief engineer, and a gunnery officer. Shops. Here you can buy fuel supplies, ship equipment, and trade goods. Shops are displayed on the left. Click on one to see its wares. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now, because probably won't need that till later. Your current ship. The Iphigenia Elegia class steamer. This tramp steamer has served well, but for a long, long, long time. Okay. Sell value 1,000 echoes. Available ships. Merchant cruiser. Very good. Kind of like the look of the frigate, actually. That one's kind of cute, too. So I only have 70 echoes. So I guess, what is this? Hold capacity. Hunger is at 0. Terror. Engine temperature. Glean another 287 fragments to gain a secret. Okay. Let's see. So, find out what and how. Let's see what the how is. She's the greatest. Yep. Morality's picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays Z captains a small sum for recent information. Visit and investigate ports to gain port reports and trade them in here. The first time you trade in a port report, you'll gain Admiralty's favor. Ask if there's anything in particular they need. Well, if we can be assured of your discretion. Ask to speak to a higher authority. Do you have an appointment? Leave the Admiralty. You don't have anything else for us. Well, let's try that. this port. Speak to our agent there and return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. You can check the details in your journal at any time. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company Funging Station, somewhere not far from home waters. What is that over here? More powerful. Okay, so you're connected to that, but not that place. Okay. So if I close this, setting sail, click the launch button to leave port. That'd be this one. Use the WASD keys to move, tap W twice to reach max speed, tap S to slow down or reverse, and use the A and D keys to steer. I wonder what those must just be buoys. So, little spots must be where you can set sail. Bad Stevener's Abyss. Something awaits you after a short time at Z. A lamp icon will appear above the logbook. It means that opportunities await you at the next port. Discovered Low Barnet. Okay, so that must be... Oh, look at that. Underwater stuff. So... I'm not entirely sure where I'm supposed to be going here. Something awaits you. Important. Fed the crew. Tiny breeze stirs your hair and dies. When you see green running lights on the ship, you're in the dark, and your crew's terror will increase. Watch the pips on your terror indicator. It increases faster when you're far from land. Don't let it reach 100. What is this? Hunter's Keep. Warmly lit windows, company piece. Thoughts of home come at the strangest times. Let's go around this side. Looks like a spot where I can... That circle of light is a port. Go there for stories. Oops. To visit this port, kick the dock button. Careful, your hull just took damage from a collision. A quiet isle, a grand old house. Hump of dark rocks, wafted in mist, like 100 other Untersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns possibly green and lush in the false starlight, wrecked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. Present yourself at the house. They will have heard your ship come in. Why hide? Walk in the gardens. Take a couple of burly sailors with you just in case. But the gardens are tranquil as moonlight. Reconnoiter the island. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, well tucked away in the fold of the grounds. Anything else? Spy on the house. This place may not be as simple as it seems. Very modest challenge. Let's do this one. The sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. You now have one of this. A port report. Hunter's Keep. Let's give that one a try. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor. Grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another fair-haired, but unmistakably her sister. Another fair-haired but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops, we'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush, if we don't speak of it, she frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. You've gained 40 fragment. You know something of Hunter's Keep. You succeeded in a Veils challenge. Okay, go ahead and present. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries, the next youngest chuckles, the eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare and are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, the cheerful one is Lucy, and you are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Distant bells. You are acquainted with the sisters of Hunter's Keep. Cynthia. Let's. Eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Let's start with her. Cynthia is the eldest, melancholy, pensive. Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder. An axe a net, blood on scented water. Another chop, Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. Lost 48 hunger. You're acquainted with the sisters. An occurrence. Your the gods of the Z. Salt's attention quality is now an exclamation point. Iron remains unchanged. You now have 1 Tale of Terror. You've gained 1 terror. You've gained 1 supplies. That's all for now. Okay, so. Parlor's empty words. The maid makes it clear through a series of unwelcoming growls. Phoebe, Lucy, and Cynthia are all 3 indisposed. No lunch today, apparently. Okay, so only get 1 lunch, I guess. So we'll go ahead and launch. I'm just going to go back down over here. Just look what's over in this direction, and then we'll head back to London. The ship over there. Discovered Murray Straits. Let's see what this is. Quaker's Haven. And Mutton Island. Little ships throng the waters here. The crew grow wistful. They swap old stories of Sunless Sea. We drew near to the Cumian Canal, the way to the surface. The glassy chop of dark water, the iron clatter of feet at the hatchway. Your prow light can be turned on and off. Leaving it on reduces the rate at which you gain terror, but makes you more visible to enemies. You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Keep the enemy in range while your crew works out a firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy in your prow light. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew make progress towards a firing solution. Press space or close the tutorial to continue. Ow. Turn around. Your fire solution's ready to attack your opponent. I figured that out. Congratulations, you've defeated your opponent. Move to the site of their demise to salvage something. The Megalops defeated. With a forlorn and wailing cry, the Megalops turns on its back, legs neatly folded. A bluish blood gouts from its wounds. Its golden glow begins to dim. Butcher it for supplies. Dissect it for knowledge. It's dissecting. A crab full of conundrums. You set to work with your knives and acids. It is an undistinguished adolescent specimen, a megalops of one of the deep-sea crab species, but its eyes, normally vestigial in these troglodytic beasts, are large and rather beastful. The golden glow is almost gone now, although sparks leap now and then to your knife. You've gained one fragment. You succeeded in a pages challenge. Stop going around behind me. Low on fuel. Buy more before you run out, or you will be stranded in the dark. You receive fragments when you discover new places. Acquire enough of them and you'll gain a secret. You can now use secrets to improve your captain's skills by talking to officers or for some key stories. The Revenue Men. Rendering Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheat them. Let them do their worst. You have nothing to hide. This will reduce your suspicion if your suspicion is 5 or more. Declare all controlled goods. Pay the customs duty on any untaxed souls or romantic literature you're carrying. Surrender any smuggled sunlight. This will reduce your suspicion. Talk your way out of the search. Today's duty officer is a patriot. Perhaps you can claim you're on Admiralty business. Set something aside. They need to know about every little trinket you have. Well, I don't have anything, so they might as well just take a look. Vexed and frustrated, they roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last they leave. Menaces. Suspicion hasn't changed because it's lower than 5. It's because I don't think I had any suspicion. The lights of London welcome you. This storylet only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Collect messages from the harbor master. All the clatter and song of the dockside, it soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? A breath of relief as soon as the king... Well, that one's locked, so let's just do this one. What's this? Let's see. That's all for now. You now have one of this. Another day, a free evening. Something has changed in the Neath, and someone wants to sign on. little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. What you might call mentor of is very fond of adventurous Z captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation on account of he is so fond of Z captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold, or come back later. It would be embarrassing to have to leave it on the dock. I think I have plenty of space. Inquire further. Who is this patron? Is there a catch? Refuse. Too good to be true. Let's inquire further. An airy wave. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. A public house, and there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. Let's go ahead and take it. A courteous nod. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps some day you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's Head. Should that day come, he will make you very welcome, and give you any safe conduct that you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes and is gone. You accepted the proposal. You now have 1 menace's suspicion. You've gained 10 fuel. You've gained 5 supplies. Okay, and I think I'm going to stop right there. That seems like a good start to the game and a good end to this video. So, if you want to see more, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!